Go ahead. We're talking about the fireplace wall now.
Your mantle is actually, I've got the mantle is going to go, I was only going to hold it off like an inch on either side.
So it's going to be short.
I can make it go all the way across. You know what I mean? I can make
I'd
this
rather
piece.
have it a little short.
Me too, because then then you don't even have to worry. You could take your stone just to here, you know, and then this could be drywall above.
That's what I was planning on doing.
You could have a picture or
Well, the TV's going to go up there. It's so much easier to mount the TV
oh, yeah.
when it's not stone.
That little inch right there, any good stone guy would be able to patch in a little piece of inch right there. You know what I mean? Because this is going
Well,
to
is this stone, the stone isn't even going to go up on the outside like that, is it? Or is it just going in the inside?
Here's the thing is, if you've got the base of the fireplace like this, if you go like this, and then you got the firebox like this, this has to be 12 inches for code. This has to be 12 inches for code.
Well, yeah, this can be narrower as long as there's nothing inside of it.
That's true. There's nothing combustible.
Right, so there's nothing inside of it. So technically, we could shrink it a little bit if we had to.
And you were talking about doing this as 42, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
That's got to be it. Yeah, because then I was going to do, as I said, you can have your mantle being here. But what I was trying to do with this was to get these corbels to be centered on here. You know what I mean? As much as possible, or line up with this edge.
Right. Sure. So it just visually looks
right. Because otherwise, it looks weird.
Right. So the problem with if you're gonna stone all the way up and around on the outside, you're gonna have crown and all kinds of stuff. To try to cut that stone around her piece of crown
is really hard to do.
It's gonna be. So you're gonna have some bigger like joints.
It's tile.
It's
tile,
a dry stack stone? Is it a dry stack?
No, it's not like, it's just a tile. So it's basically a stacked stone tile. It's on a mesh, almost like I can't come up with the word.
Okay, so if it's tile, then we would mount the mantle over the tile.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, huge.
Lots of talk going on here. There's Miss Marcia, Steve, all of our great ideas. And so we have decided that the fireplace is going to be centered in the room with us making these changes. And we need to just do a little wing wall so our opening isn't so big here for the barn door we've got going here. So that's where we're thinking now. We're going to extend that wall because it's a 5'2" opening. It's ginormous.
If you want it centered, but at least you'll have a sliver of, you'll have this much where the.
And then we need space for the barn door to overlap as it closes.
Yeah, this will just come out like this. And then the header will drop right in the middle. The only negative is you stand here and you see this right there.
Okay, so are you okay that if the door's open, that's not centered on this opening? See, that's the question I have. See, right now that's centered on this opening, but if the door's open and you put a wing wall in here, that's not centered on this opening.
Well, another thing too is there's going to be some kind of soffit here.
Right,
I have a better idea.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'd say put a wing wall here and a wing wall here.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, that's what I was wondering how it was going to work if we drop down with that
so
soffit.
If we close this whole thing in both ways, then the soffit could just butt into the wall. The barn door would be below it.
And then this will all stay lined up on this axis.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So does that mean this barn door is going to be the same as this opening?
How big is that?
3 foot.
Oh, that's 3 foot?
Well, you just saved me a lot of money.
Door here, just in case
Right, you just saved me a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, let's just say I saved.
And the track too, because you'd have to do a single instead of a double track, you'd have to do a single track longer, which would cost more money. So.
Yeah, I say let's do it.
But I don't know that we really want this a 3 foot opening?
Why don't we make this a 42?
Well, we can make it as big as you want, because I'm guessing this door is going to be open.
Most of the time, it absolutely is going to be open.
So you're walking through a door and then it's open.
Right.
You're walking through a door and it's open.
You're still going to get a great feeling of
I
being
don't
open.
think it's going to matter.
No.
There's not a door there, right?
No.
No.
So it's just going to be a cased opening, and this is basically going to be. You're not going to.
It's never going to be closed. No.
You know.
I'd probably at the longest go 48 and just center.
Well, if you go 48, we can't do both sides.
Right, you got to do 42.
No. Well, I don't even know if that. We'll have to go up. We'll have to actually measure. We'll have to actually see what, because I got about 8 inches to the inside of that beam.
Okay.
You know.
So see right here, we are dropping down a soffit to
Well,
tray the
because
ceiling in
it-
right here, so that's gonna be dropping down. We're not sure, and the wooden beams are gonna butt into that, so that's what we're trying to talk about, how we're gonna make the ceilings work up there. So we've decided to bring this opening in a little bit. You can see how this shows you how much it's gonna come in this. We're gonna have a 45-inch opening. I'm sorry, let me just phrase it again. We're gonna have a 45-inch door and about a 42-inch opening, because when you're using a barn door, you basically need a smaller opening than what the actual door is. So that's what's gonna happen. Barn door is gonna overlap a little bit here, and it'll slide back and go back here into the piano room. Okay, so that's done. We've decided that these measurements are correct, and now we're moving into the kitchen, which is a little bit of an issue with all the measurements, and this, again, this corner is a problem. So we'll see. Trying to see what we come up with.